monkey.
Glorious, glorious. Hello and welcome everyone back to the dumbass class with me. I'm trying to think if I should address the monkey, but I'm just not. Although I just did. So welcome back to the dumbass class, everyone, as we carry on our Dark Heresy campaign. So in the last episode, our players had defeated the big bad of this series, Lumen, who was formerly an interrogator of the Lord Inquisitor that Magnus has a massive grudge against. Even though he's dead, the rest of his acolytes are still out there in the Imperium doing his work, or carrying on his work. Lumen was brought low, but in his last moments he did reveal a number of secrets. It almost seemed as if he wanted to repent in his final hours. After you defeated him, the Inquisitor was preparing to go up into space because there was no word yet on the second Lord Commander, who we're going to call the Sky Lord for now. But as the Lord Inquisitor was conferring and sorting things out with the Lord Commander on the ground, who we're going to call the Ground Commander for ease for now, you guys communicated to the correct person. You communicated to the Lustful Maiden, which is captained by Ludwig Unworth Turbini. And he filled you in on what had happened upstairs in space, how a number of the Imperial naval ships had gone rogue, taken the reserve units off-world, out of orbit, crippled the Sky Commander's vessel, and had basically caused a lot of shit up in space. After informing your Inquisitor of the news that you had gathered, he ordered that the jamming should be removed from Ludwig's ship, or somewhere along those lines. Jamming was stopped, communication was reopened, and you found out that on the second rogue trader ship, the Emperor's Profiteer, the Captain Jack Briston von Sebastian Roy, I can't remember, had a clever plan with the Inquisitor, just in case of such a situation as an assassination attempt on the Sky Commander, and had him in a makeshift broadcast room that looked like his ship, his command bridge on board his ship. He just hadn't informed him of what had been happening outside and had kept him in the dark in case, they needed him. After the Inquisitor gave the rogue trader a dressing down for his stupidity, you saved the Inquisitor a trip into space. Taking you all into a quick meeting with the Ground Commander, you were shown 3 points in the stream, 3 points on the map for the hive, where the enemy had taken up positions, and it turned out these were actually strategical parts for the hive's infrastructure, but they were of archaeotech design, so most of the nobles and generals and so on and so forth didn't actually know of it. It was at that point that the Inquisitor and the Lord Commander noticed just how run down you all were, because you'd been on operation for quite some time, dealing with quite some dangerous situations. So you were given time to rest and recover. So you were taken along a long corridor with a number of, I'm going to call them crenellations. They're not crenellations, but that's the best word I can think of. So along the corridor, there are divots in the wall where someone can lay down suppressing fire down the corridor. these are more extensive towards important areas, and areas connecting are left barren. So coming away from the Lord Commander's main, where he is situated, you notice lots of crenellations. As you get down to the end of the corridor, there are no crenellations. Although the Lord Commander's personal holdings on planet are very austere and militaristic in style, there are areas where flamboyancy and his position are shown. So for the most part, the big corridors are very austere. These are kill lanes. And both Ezio and Darius would pick that up immediately. As you come off the main corridors into side corridors, more of an elegance is returned. You can see there's furniture, there's nice paintings up, and so on and so forth. You guys are basically taken into a suite where there is a room for everyone, a big dining area with a big planning table. The table itself has access to the Lord Commander's personal cognate banks, and with a few codes from the Adeptus Mechanicus member, you can have that access to Hive's Chronicalarium as long as you can still gain access to it. And as you're taken into this very fine, very nicely decorated area, on the table there's already food and supplies that have been laid out. Things like the rarities of cold cut meats, actual vegetables and fruits, and real breads and pure water, and so on and so forth. You'd also notice there is a medical kit there as well. Winters, you'd probably notice first, which is a best quality Medicaid kit. So you were given 8 hours of sleepy time, and then 4 hours of you can sit round, plan, talk, discuss about what you need, who you need to contact of your allies, who you need to, call in to meet the Inquisitor, what's happened, and what you need to do now. So it's your turn to do shit. I can just sit back and listen. So I imagine we skip forwards about 8 hours to where everyone has rested, they're waking up, they're having recaf food, and, are on data slates filling out reports.
You say that. However, I wish to roleplay my sleeping.
All right, get ready for 8 hours of dreams.
All right, I'm going to snore ASMR for 8 hours. Hang on.
Give us your best more ASMR.
I can do a drowning walrus quite well.
Oh god.
In fact, Jim knows this because actually, Albie, you should know this as well because that's how Hannah snores.
The fuck was that? Oh,
Hannah's snoring.
Apparently, when I was younger, I could snore like a Dark Vader.
Fuck.
Yeah. I went to a camp once and they said I snored like Dark Vader.
Oh.
See, I don't snore, funnily enough, but I can impersonate it. Jim?
Oh, I snore loudly. That's blowing in your microphone.
Is that meant to be a snoring, or is that meant to be you, trying to blow some dust off your mic? Quite sure.
Who is? What?
It was just a constant loud noise coming from Jim's.
No.
Ooh, clicky noises now.
That's static. That's Jim, are you trying to speak? If you are, I'm not hearing a single fucking word you're saying.
Did it fix it? Hello?
Hello.
Ah, there we go.
There
Yes,
now.
yes. Now it's fixed.
My
You
apologies.
hear me now?
That was voice mod fucking up. My apologies.
Yeah,
So it was
I'm
not
kind of
your
uninstalling
attempt at
voice mod at the moment. It's not been worth it.
Sorry. I wasn't trying to do anything. My apologies if something happened.
How dare you?
Right. Oh boy. Okay. So after our group sleeping ASMR session, did I receive medical attention? I don't remember. Because I think I was ordered to receive medical attention.
I am
Winters is
almost
also handing out
certain
medical attention.
you've received medical attention.
Yes, I did. That was the last roll there. Okay, yes, no, I'm fine. Mostly. Potentially I can get extended care, but that's gonna be for a later date.
Oh, you regain 2 additional hit points when sleeping in these quarters.
Ooh.
Yeah,
what bonus does the best quality medkit give me?
plus 30, I believe, for best. I think it's plus 20 for good, isn't it? Was it plus?
Plus 20 is standard.
I thought plus. Wait, the standard plus
No.
20? I thought standard
Standard's plus 20.
Oh.
So then it's just best quality, but you have fancy drugs. Sorry, plus 30. I would also point out, so Winters, you would notice this, that there are like IV rollers around, and there are wheelchairs. It does look like this suite was designed to have wounded officers be able to still confer at the table and relay information and so on.
Yes. Ruggy. Hot fucking daffodil. Holy shit. There you go. You're full health, Liliana, at least.
Thank you.
I think Jaeger would be close to full health, I imagine. That's like 21.
I have already received healing, so I can't.
Jaeger?
Yeah, that I think I think Eris just healed like 22 hit points of health, and I was like, right, I think he might have like fixed Jaeger even if.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry, I was very confused.
22 hit points healed is quite. Oh, okay, sorry, never mind. Eris, I thought your Winter's intelligence bonus was higher. Actually, sorry, how did I put it at 9?
I have no idea. Yeah. Okay, let me see.
Oh, I know why. It's because that's what mine is in Only War.
That's near you, little shit.
Unnatural intelligence. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Surprisingly enough, yeah.
So yes, you can begin your drugged up discussion on what you guys need to do.
So we've got 3 occasions of interest, right?
No, that was for the Lord Commander. That's not for you guys.
Okay. Sorry, I got it confused then.
Yeah, no, your main thing is you need to get in contact with your allies that you need to call in, or that you think the Inquisitor would want you to call in. You need to get your reports set about what's happened. You guys need to discuss as a team what's gone on and what's happening. And you need to do something else that I can't remember now.
Fenestrate the governess.
Oh yes, there's also the whole interrogation. So you need to come up with what you want to ask the governess.
Yeah. I'm not Casper, so you don't have to sit through a really weird fucking torture session.
What's the title? What's the title again for planetary? Make us the planetary governor by council. Planetary governing council.
What?
You have the planetary governess.
Yes, I was making a poor joke about usurping the governess with the S6.
Okay, a revolutionary council or some shit like that.
Unfortunately, as members of the Inquisition, you're kind of forbidden from doing that shit because other Inquisitors would look upon that as, overstepping your bounds a bit, aren't you? Shall we investigate for
Debatable.
heresy?
I mean, can't we make it an emergency measure because of the chaos invasion?
There's no chaos invasion for a start. And like that's genuinely
And I
why
must
the
have
Lord
made an
Commander.
error in my notes.
That's genuinely why the Lord Commander. Don't get me wrong, chaos is afoot, but it's not a chaos invasion. In terms of Imperial alert status, this doesn't even register as a 1.
Okay, so it's not like we have bloodletters screaming around.
No. Like some guard
Oh,
were
God, no.
kidnapped. You know, this happens in Drukhari raids. This happens in just orc attacks.
This is a
Okay, I was under the
revolution of
impression.
sorts,
I
basically.
was under the impression we have demons running around.
No, what? No.
No, there are mutants running through the hive that you dealt with before, which are kind of, fucked up, but not chaos. Yeah. Well, considering you guys kind of stopped the whole, rituals that were getting placed around and, sacrifices and so on and so forth.
From my state of knowledge, is incomplete. But here the TLDR, they made a cult under the guise of an agri guild. They have Inquisition level access from at least 2 Inquisitors in total. Now 1, that's dead. They've been gathering orphans and abducting them using scholars. They have several Imperial defectors, including void vessels. They have friends in high places, the governess. The string pullers have left the planet and left the mess for us. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
So basically, we need to call upon our gangers to start growing. Call in the poison kiss to also. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And it did.
Oh, we're calling the poison kiss and all anyway, but we need to find out what happened. What happened while we were otherwise involved.
Yeah. Make sure Amy's okay.
So first step is make a damage assessment of our properties.
Yeah, sure. I was gonna say, fucking. Hang on, let me just get the names real quick. Get in contact with Alucard. We've already got in contact with Jack Briston Van Rose. We've already got in contact with Ludwig. Ludwig is actually tracking the Serpent's
Herald.
something. Serpent's Herald. Need to get contact with Alucard and Amy. So Alucard split off, didn't he?
Yes.
And he ended up in part of the PDF or guard defenses, if I recall correctly.
Yes, he basically took over as the most senior, quote-unquote, ranking officer.
So get in contact with him, get in contact with Amy, who is the Vox operator for what probably would have been left behind, see what happened with them. Get in contact with the teams we dispatched, the ones to defending our property, and the ones that went off to assist the Poison Kiss. We also need to get in contact with any and all of the remaining Inquisitorial team that was left behind at our estate. Flame, Terrace, Marius, Costella, Festus, Veneer, Darion and Nuella. Also need to get in contact with Ceres and Jonas. No, Jonas is already in orbit, so Ceres as well. Need to get in contact with her.
Which
What?
service?
Well, which Ceres? Tech Priest Ceres and Noble Ceres. So Poison Kiss Bitch and actual useful Tech Priest lady.
Gotcha.
I kind of want to have a good chat with Nuella to see if there's any updates from her psychic mumbo wumbo jibbo fungo. Oh, yeah, actual useful tech priest in comparison to the other Ceres, which is a noble who tried to kill us at one point. That's what I meant. I wasn't comparing it to any of our tech priests. Our tech priests have already outshined fucking any other fucking NPC.
This is true.
Also, the interrogation. How durable is a human body when used like a boxing bag?
Very.
With a medic next to it? Very.
Also, you basically need to go constant for constant gut punches, so you don't hit anything critical.
I mean, look, I'm pretty sure our resident tech priest at Winters.
Also, if you
Kids.
just want to torture someone, you take his 2 fingers and you put a pen between the fingers and then start pressing it.
Why are we
No.
talking about this?
I actually looked that up, and one of the responses I got was, "What would happen if I hit my body with a heavy bag every day for 30 minutes at high intensity?"
I mean, here's the thing. We have Winters. Winters can start the process of turning someone into a servitor. That's probably going to be extremely horrifying and painful. So I'm pretty sure so long as she starts doing that, she's the medical expert of the team, she can break anyone.
Well, I can do a lot of very spooky shit. Okay.
See?
Yep. So Eris gets to have the Casper torture session this time in this campaign. It was my turn last time. Now it's Eris's. Oh god. Let me see. What else? Fuck. Who am I? Oh, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
That mutant Imperial Guard? No,
Already got in contact. Are already going to get in contact with him. Alucard, who separated off, and Amy, who's the Vox operator for it, who would be left behind. The Poison Kiss as well. Just get in contact with generally with them, see how they're faring. Our gang, of course, but we've already talked about getting in contact with them. This is one that hasn't been brought up in a while. This Malcolm Ganale, or Ganale, who was a press ganger. Was he on what's his name? Jack Briston's ship, or was he on World?
So Jack Briston has been in orbit for quite some time. So he's his press ganger would be on planet in the same area where you went last time to meet him.
I might actually try and get in contact with him at some point too. He's one of the less priority ones, but it's probably another angle we could look at some information from.
Sure.
Okay.
You have his contact details.
Anyone else?
Dodgy Dave.
Dave. Dodgy Dave and Mary Dave. Yes. Good point. Yes. Thank you.
Can't leave them behind.
What about Mr. Black? We care about him, or will we let him die?
Fuck him.
Pretty sure we stopped caring about him the moment we found.
So will we try to find his stash? Raid it?
I mean, technically speaking, we have a contact with someone that is from the same guild as Mr. Black. And I think that I forgot the name of the lady. I don't remember if she was called Mrs. Pink or something along those lines. But she's the
Yes.
one that we got in
Mrs.
contact.
Didn't we kill Mr.
through-
Blue or
Yes.
whoever it was?
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was red.
Arms. Eris, they were arms dealers that
The heavy
stole.
arms. The heavy
Yeah,
arms.
so they sold us like guard issue equipment and stuff.
The one we have
And then we
contact
found
with.
one of them was funding one of the gangs, and we killed him. And we're pretty sure we pissed off the entire group.
No,
Maybe the
I'm-
thingies.
I'm pretty sure Mrs. Pink, which is attached to the Poison Kiss, should be fine with us still.
They're in the
Possibly.
same quote unquote gang, but they're not actually affiliated. Like they're all boneless traders. They're all illegal traders, but they aren't actually
Yeah,
affiliated to each other. As in, oh, we give a shit about each other. It's just that they all have the same
It's
areas.
a contact network.
Yeah, it's a black market contact network.
Okay, so maybe getting in contact with Mr. Black might not be a bad idea.
What about?
And then we turn him over to the authorities and just legally confiscate his stuff. Bang, done.
What about the? God damn it! Not the Inquisitors. The other ones.
Arbites?
The Arbites. Yes.
Possibly. Wouldn't be a bad idea.
I mean, we did
Give
give
me one moment, I'll
our
be back.
Arbites contact the heads up before the shit hit the fan, and we also gave him on a platter the last place we raided, didn't we?
So you gave the information about. I need to find the right. I could look in my notes so I could find the map. Let's find the map. You gave them information about Sam Abbott's dodgy dealings with Lucius Hoffer, which led to a brief investigation that led to them raiding his apartment, or sorry, his properties, where they found everything torn up, like ripped to shreds, all the house staff, everyone on his property at the time was basically ripped to shreds by something that they couldn't identify, and he was found like basically flayed in his office. It was almost like 1,000 tiny claws just ripped little
Epic.
pieces away.
What?
Huh?
What?
Who?
The shreds, you say?
Oh, shame. I went to take a leak and I come back to ripping people to shreds. What did you do?
What happened to Sam Abbott? The one who you gave information to the Arbites about.
Oh, he was accidentally torn to shreds when he resisted arrest.
No. They raided his family's holdings and found everyone dead, ripped to tiny little pieces, laid to the ends of their lives. And in the autopsy report, it would be written that it's almost like they were ripped apart by 1,000 tiny claws. Or cuts. Like, imagine flaying
Very
a person, like a fish scale's worth of skin each time, over and over and over again. And yeah, that was his whole family holding.
Right. So, have we come up with any other names, or are we moving on to the next bit?
Trying to think.
Maybe the Navy?
You've already had contact with the Navy.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Darius already made a Navy officer shit himself. So I don't think we need to go there again.
I made a comms officer, a veteran comms officer faint, apparently.
Yeah, same thing.
Have we talked to the one proper Arbites? Yeah, I think that's on our list.
Yeah, that's the last one we were talking about.
Just to recap what's on our list.
So,
the Poison Kiss, the Drugs Mechanicus, Novella.
What?
Arbeites.
I heard Dark Mechanicus and then everything else got cut out.
Yeah, I'm glad I wasn't alone there.
Poison Kiss, Drugs Mechanicus, Novella, Psych Remembler, Lord Commander, Amy Fox Operator, Press Ganger, Dodgy Daves, Miss Pink, Mr. Black, and Arbeites. The Secret Service?
They'd be in contact with the Lord Commander anyway. Aren't they like his personal fucking thing?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
they were set up because the Arbites couldn't be trusted.
Yeah. The Arbites can be trusted now because of us.
when you killed the two corrupt ones, that there were only trees.
Yeah, there were 3 Arbites in the world. We killed 2, and now the Arbites are, good and safe again. You're welcome.
The Arbites are
high-ranking
strange.
Arbites.
The Arbites are strange. Even their lore doesn't make exact sense. Sometimes it's one Arbites to a world. You're like, okay. That makes
sense. Darius is even using the Arbites. How are we?
What it would have been was, because don't forget, he had underlings, and we butchered the underlings as well.
Yeah, so
we've killed the three head.
The Arbites have the enforcers, and the enforcers are basically the police of 40k. And there's an awful lot of enforcers compared to Arbites.
Okay.
Who do you want to phone first?
To be quite honest with you,
Mechanicus.
I was actually thinking our gang and Amy first, and then the Poison Kiss.
Yeah, Amy first, definitely. Our gang, then Poison Kiss makes sense.
Nah, cares about our gang? I'll Amy first.
Yeah, exactly. Glad you get it.
Okay, so you go over to the comms console, and you put in the code for the communications equipment at your base. Amy does answer. Kind of shocked to hear you lot are alive and well.
Who's the one that puts it in?
Sorry, what now? I swear I misheard that, Geddy.
Who's the one? Who's the one that put in the comm code and everything else? Who's the one that actually? What is it? All of us, or
I feel like it'd probably be all of us. Let's face it.
Okay. And I'm going to let you jump in first, since Amy is the one who answered.
It's like, oh, I'm glad to hear that you're alive too. Where we need to rendezvous. Extract you guys.
You do realise you guys are staying on world to fix things. You chose to...
we're staying... no, sorry, yeah, my brain...
Stay on world.
Yeah, we still need to meet up.
She tells you that that's going to be difficult, but not impossible. given the fact that everyone's out fighting random street battles against the other groups that were attacking nearby hab blocks. Although I suppose 12 hours have gone by, so they would have taken out most of the close by. Probably would have come back, had some grub, or had a quiet period in that time to then go out. So, yeah, it'd be difficult, but not impossible. Mainly because the elevators are down.
Quickly check. We can still make it down to them though, right? Because we've got the gun cutter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I just look at everyone else go. We can't leave them down there. We should probably go help.
Of course, that's why we're still here.
Do you want to?
They're not in any. They're not in any duress. They're
Yeah.
just fighting battles. Like.
Yeah,
to
when
wander.
Mordecai turns and says that, I'll be just turning to the comms and asking Amy, can I get a full status update of what has actually happened currently in our area?
Okay. With that, she goes more into a guard-like return, in that she tells you that of your forces, an additional 17 have fallen in the fight to take on the other Sentinel. Because you guys drove past the Sentinel that was in the hab block next to yours. But then after those 17 losses, the losses from then on have been far more sustainable. And so far, you haven't actually lost any more men, as the Inquisitorial members who were left behind all took a group, or the combat ones, all took a group of gangers under their wing and led off into separate strike groups to clear and take on the surrounding area to make it safer for future operations.
Okay.
Let me go over to the other map. Well, I mean, actually, the map that you guys are on. I need to have a look, because she is down in the lower hive. She informs you that she's been relaying with. No, sorry. She's in the middle hive. She's relaying orders with Alucard, who is in the middle upper hive. So he's right on the border, close to the Skolam, where there is an auxiliary officer's bunker that was apparently not in use anymore, so it wasn't targeted because there were no teams there operating it. And he's taken up position there and is ordering units of guard and enforcers into different areas and strategical locations to hold back fights and to clear areas, in some cases street by street, where the renegade, corrupted guardsmen and some of the other officers on world attacked a hab block, fucked it up, and then broke off into smaller groups. So it might only be a 5-man team that's holding down a couple of streets, but because of how hab is designed, even a couple of men on a corner in good shooting positions can actually cause some decent havoc. So it's kind of slow going street for street and taking out entrenched enemies. That's the word. She also informs you that the other inquisitorial teams have been in communication. So you left one team. So you sent one team down below. You sent
Is this the poison kiss?
yes to assist the poison kiss below. You sent one team to assist the poison kiss on the same level as you, and you left one team back at your base to defend, and they were the non-fighters. They were, or most of them. It seems that your Mechanicus member has taken a zealous hatred and going off doing some shit. The team that have gone over to the Poison Kiss holdings have secured a route between the Raven's Court and the Thirsty Eagle or the something or other. I can't quite remember now off the top of my head.
Eagle.
So there is a route for you guys to the Thirsty Eagle, for you guys to well, basically send help to each other, and the group at the Thirsty Eagle are working with the Poison Kiss to then move out and spread out. They're having a much easier time of it because they're gangers. They already know the streets like the back of their hands, and this is home turf for them. And they're used to street fighting. The group down below have had a really hard time of it because the elevators are non-functioning, and a lot of the other systems within the hive seem to be malfunctioning. They haven't actually got down to where the Poison Kisses main group is, where the gang war happened, which is down here, had block Zeta. And their progress is incredibly slow, but they're not coming under as much resistance. They're just slowed down by the lack of access. However, the Poison Kiss in Hadblock Zeta have been in contact with the Poison Kiss in the Thirsty Eagle. There has been information passed along. She can tell you that the Poison Kiss and technically the Wild Wardens, or what remains of them, and also Sarah's, because she's down there, have held off the mutant attack, although a number of the mutants did have explosive devices implanted into them. The Underhive and Lower Hive took a massive hit, but the mutants didn't manage to get any further up. The Poison Kiss did manage to hold all the access routes leading further up, along with according to them at the very least, basically a shitload of servitors just appeared and started fighting with them.
All right. Yeah, so that's one of the support elements. Okay.
But she would probably tell you that for the last few hours, everything's been very quiet. Probably 4 hours, it's gone very quiet. There are still reports in that everyone's still alive, but it seems as if they're regathering, they're repositioning, they're swapping fighters out and letting people get some rest. The only other thing Amy could tell you is that... Oh, sorry, no. Festus would also be one of the ones who was going out causing mayhem, I should imagine.
Yep, that doesn't surprise me.
He is the cleric.
Yes.
and there was an issue with. So actually, I imagine Costella could also go out and fight because she is a scribe, but she can still fight. There was a problem with Noelle. So I'll be nice and I'll just tell you. About the time that the demon host turned up, she went cray cray, and got drugged again.
Okay. Has that had any long lasting effect on her? The drugs or going cray cray?
Going cray cray has an effect, but the drugs no.
Okay. Well, my only recommendation about that is keep her sedated for now and under observation for as long as possible. Might be easier said than done, but it's best for the best.
She says she'll radio Costella and tell her to come back and treat the mutant. Treat the what's the word for psychers? God, I always so much time not thinking about things has led my brain to go to mush. Twist. No, it's not Twist. That's what she is.
Twist is just general mutant.
I can't remember what word it is that I was looking for. But yeah, she says a derogative word for a mutant psyker. Oh, actually, would she though? Because she's talking to Mordecai. Oh no, she's not anymore.
No, Mordecai's there though.
Yeah, she's gone into guard terms, so it's all very twists.
Very fair.
Yeah, it's the quick. Yep. All right, so we've got tangos, hostiles. One that is such and such, like fucking. What the hell do you call
Touched.
it? Witch.
Yeah, witch. Actually, yeah, witch is a better. Well, yeah, so she's like, yeah, I'll radio and Costello and get her to deal with the witch. Although witch is also, I can't remember. I do know there are.
Witch is a bit more of a. Witch is a very derogatory one, but
yeah. I know there are ones that the guards have, which is derogatory, but it's not like if you're in the guard unit and you're a psyker and you heard it, you might get your panties in a twist, but you'd also be like, yeah, I understand why I'm being called this, you know? I just can't remember the fucking name that they call them. Anyway. So, yeah, that's basically all the reports that she has, like, guard-wise. She would probably say that the civilian population is pretty fucked, from most reports. In that. So, a hive is gigantic. It's fucking massive. But if you're just running through to cause chaos, to chuck grenades, to just shoot up places, only a few people are needed to cause an awful lot of damage. So these scattered out groups have caused a lot of carnage to a decent chunk of areas of civilian populations.
Right.
She can give you Alucard's comms channel if you want, or she can pass on messages to him.
Pass us on Alucard's comms and give him a heads up that we will be in contact with him soon. Maybe an update, or maybe make him aware that we're going to be asking for an update on the situation as he can see. I'll just tell her I'm going to hand you back to Mordecai for now while I take a look for something.
She
just look at
accepts.
Stare daggers at you.
I'll hand you back to Mordecai, and I just like shove the fucking, what the hell do you call it, the relay or whatever it is, receiver, into Mordecai's hands. Like, well, I'll grab my book and everything else. I'm trying to find all the different little codes and shit in like not only the handbook but every other flipping like officer's book and everything else, and trying to find maps and shit. You might be staring daggers, but I'm not paying attention. Oh, apparently the guard term for a psyker is warp freak.
That's more polite than I expected.
That's basically calling them a hell mutant. So
Yeah, but still, warp freak.
It's not
it's
the
not as
worst.
bad as it could be. Yeah, it's not as bad as it could be.
For the xenophobic murderers institution.
I mean, I'm definitely a freak and very warpy, so makes sense. Did she say our troops were basically on the offensive or defensive?
They were on the offensive.
And we're maneuvering in larger groups while they've split down into smaller groups.
Yes. So
right.
The idea of tactics at the moment is that there's one Inquisitorial member, maybe 10 gangers, and the Inquisitorial member is saying to, right, 5 of you go that way. You 5 go and draw them off, and then I'm going to take another position. So we've got 3 positions covered as distractions. Well, also 2 distractions as the third group goes round back in the back door, and they're using more tactics rather than just running, screaming, and shooting.
Yeah, but it's a little bit more decentralized than anything else. There's no real organ. If they're going on an individual basis, there's not as much in the way of. There's probably communication between the two.
Yeah, the individual groups are going, right, I'm going to clear this street, you clear that street, you clear this street, and they're working out from the core location. So, for example, the Raven Court, they know that they've got their back against the wall in one area, so they can go north, south, east, and just start pushing, clearing space, and finding usable assets, possibly.
If they can create a larger defensive perimeter, so make a perimeter around our establishment, stretch out as far as they can in each cardinal direction, create a large perimeter around that, try and forcing them out from there, and then trying to back them up into the corners, mark them locations for either suppression or moving in, or any and all reinforcements we can get a hold of, such as PDF, ARP IDs, secret place, or whatever else, even just other gang members. That's something I'll look at. Not now, but coming up. So that's basically what Darius is doing with the maps and everything else at the moment, as he walks over the table and he starts putting up potential plans.
Sure, you are at a really big, planning dining table. There's more than enough room for you to lay out your maps and things. By all means.
I'll call over for them to, once Mordecai's finished up chatting with Amy, move on to the next principal target, which will probably be an update themselves from the poison kiss, if that's all right. Or we'll move on to, for whatever you feel next, whoever's on that, as I just want to do a little bit of work here as I try to think something.
Got a very awkward conversation later. Mordecai and Amy's chat ends, and whoever would like to make the next call can make the next call. By all means, don't all jump at once.
was gonna say if we're calling the poison kiss, maybe Jim. You'd probably be the best one to talk to them.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, should we call straight up to the Poison Kiss and just get updates from them? I don't remember. I'm sorry, I had to leave and come back. I forgot what I was supposed to talk to them.
Yeah, right. Not only a general update, but how they're faring, what forces they have, what is their current rules of engagement, and everything else. Just get a good generalization of what they're doing at the moment, and then we can work with that information.
Yep, I can do that.
I'll be right back.
Guess we're calling the Poison Kiss then.
Okay, so you put in the number for the Thirsty Eagle. It seems to be ringing for quite some time before someone finally picks up. Of course, it's a woman. Give me an intelligence check, Jim.
Sure. Intelligence, 40% chance. Let's go. Nope.
You think you recognize the voice, but you're not quite sure where who's the name that goes to the face. Sorry, the name that goes to the voice.
Or would it be Jane?
No. But a woman addresses informally. What do you want? Kind of busy.
Sorry. This is Liliana. I'm calling to speak to you guys. We're from the Raven Court. You might know of me by now, but we're trying to get an update on how is the situation over on your side. So if maybe we can help and get an update on how things are going.
It sounds as if someone has put their hand to the speaker, to the receiver, as you can hear muffled words, but you can't quite hear them, as another voice comes on the line. I can't be bothered to do the voice anymore. We'll do it for the bigger parts, but not for now. Urza appears to come onto the line. She greets you pleasantly. She does sound very tired, and it also sounds as if she's eating something as she's speaking to you. But you have the second commander of the Poison Kiss.
Yep. Again, I'll ask Urza, how is the Poison Kiss? How are they faring in the current situation?
She tells you that they took a fair few losses in the first hit. They didn't expect to see sentinels lighting up the street, but with the heads up, they did at least have some gang members in higher up positions that helped with the open top variant. And that the help from the other Inquisitorial team was a big help having the other Inquisitorial team. They have cleared out a route that connects the Raven Court to the Thirsty Eagle. And they're currently following the advice from which one is he? I can't remember his name now. The Japanese one. What was the Japanese one? Tyrannus.
Is it Tyrannus?
Yeah, Tyrannus. Or Tyrannus. This one. I'll put him up high enough for the stream to see. There you go, the Japanese one. Oh, I'm Tyrannus. Yes.
That's Tyrus.
Oh, Tyrus, Tyrannus, Ennis. Who cares? So he basically was told the Poison Kiss that they should accept the is it Flame or I don't care. Because there's two Imperial Guard officers or guardsmen in the groups. They both took a different direction. So I guess Flame is making her way down south through the hive. But yeah, they basically took the advice from what the other team are doing, and they're clearing out the streets street by street. Only the Poison Kiss have a lot more individuals willing to help them, as they have actual civilians who are willing to help as well. So the teams are much larger and they're taking far more ground. She hasn't heard anything from Sarah's since the broadcast ended. Tiffany knows less about what happened because the civilian broadcast ended as soon as the shot was fired at the shield, whereas you guys got the full feed.
Wouldn't Tiffany?
Yeah, Tiffany's the leader of the... She doesn't know what's happened to Sarah's.
Isn't Tiffany with us?
Sorry, Urza.
Yeah.
Sorry, Urza. That's the one.
Yeah.
Sorry,
'Cause
Urza
Tiffany's no longer
doesn't know
Poison
what's happened to
Gotcha.
Sarah's.
Okay. So I'll ask just to confirm. She has had no contact with Sarah's Nightshade.
No.
Okay. I'll make a note that we need to find her. I'll ask her if she needs any more help or if she's currently fine with the current goings of the Poison Kiss, and if she needs medical attention for the civilians that are with her, or if they're currently okay.
So medical supplies are always low. It's the middle hive and under hive. But the Fuck, I rubbed my eye and now my thoughts just like disappeared from my head. So medical supplies are always needed. The civilians are as civilians are in a 40k hive city that's being attacked. Oh yes, for the last 4 hours, it seems as if the fighting has quietened down. That's why she's back at the Thirsty Eagle to get some food. As again, you can hear her eating something over the receiver, and to get some rest quickly before going back out.
Okay. I will give her, she probably already has it, but I will give her my personal Combead number and tell her that if she needs anything or if she hears anything that she might need from me or need to tell me or whatever, that she can contact me.
Righto.
And I'll tell her I'll see if I can find Sarah's Nightshade. And I'll get back to her.
Righto.
Probably forgetting to ask something to her, but I think that's it for the Poison Kiss for now.
Fair enough.
I'll bid her farewell and hang up.
Yep, she wishes you good hunting and hangs up. So, who would you like to get in contact with next? You do have Ceres's number, as in her noble house family number. She did give you that, so you can contact her directly. But not directly, but directly-ish.
I'll try ringing her up.
So it takes about 5 minutes. There is an answer from a very shocked sounding house staff, who seems quite surprised that that a message has come in, and she does ask if it's the Arbites, or if who is phoning. Are you someone to send help?
I'll tell her that I'm with the current enforcers of the plan, and I'll ask about the current situation of the lady of the house, Sarah's Ventura. Sorry, Sarah's Nightshade. And what is their current situation in the household?
The upper hive and spire are all on fire. Bombs were dropped. Planes fired at buildings. Kind of chaotic, to be the least. No one's really sending any help. Houses have just gone into lockdown mode, and their lady was last seen at the founding day parade in the founding square. I think that was it. Although no, 12 hours have passed, so she would have gone from there to there. She rolled to there. She got those. So yeah, they haven't heard from her, but yeah, shit's going Pete Tong up in the spire.
Do I have the personal communication device or the personal combat number for Sarah's Nightshade? Out of character?
No. You would not have her personal combi channel, and on top of that, so the way you guys communicate is not how you're meant to be able to communicate. That's Sarah's Victoria using the archaeotech systems within the underhive to hijack carrier waves within the hive to give you communication pretty much wherever. You only need to use the Vox if you're transmitting to another Vox directly, and then they can see who's, they know that it's a friendly calling. The hive's kind of fucked at the moment, so those relays are down and not non-functioning. So there are going to be areas where she's not going to be able to connect your call. Vox systems they don't just use radio waves, they can also be linked in directly to the hive's communications systems. So when you call with a Vox, you can do direct or radio. The combeads only have a set distance, and it's not that far. That's why Saris was using the hive's systems to allow you to communicate whenever you wanted.
It's just I was thinking that maybe through Sarah's Victoria she could track Sarah's Nightshade's combi, but I don't think it's
you
possible.
You could ask, and it is possible.
Okay. I'll ask this server for Sarah's personal combi number so that I can so that I myself, along with the enforcers, can go find her and bring her to safety. And then we'll swing on by and take them to a safer location, should they choose to.
Can I get a deceive roll, please?
One second. Would it be a deceive roll if it's technically true?
You're not part of the planetary enforcers.
Well, but we'd be going with them if possible.
No, you wouldn't. You're not
Yeah,
going to ring
right.
up the. You're not going to ring up the PDF or the enforcers to be like, "Oh yes, come with us. We need you for something." No, you'll go there on your own with your own team.
You're right. You're right. This is a 50-50, I think. I will re-roll that because fuck you, Dice God. There you go. Much better. Thank you, Lady Luck.
With the authority in your voice and the assurity that you are the sure way that you were talking seems to bring some comfort to the servant, as she does seem quite rattled indeed. She gives you the communications combead number and wishes you Godspeed in finding her lady. Emperor speed, whatever it is.
Thank you. Before I turn off the phone, I will ask for her name. I would have asked that when she started talking to me, but I forgot to say it. So
House servant
I'm
number
sorry,
1.
Gotcha.
House servant that you'll never speak to again.
Hey, I might. I'll name her Cassie. Okay, that is for me. I don't know if we have that direct line to Sarah's Victoria or not, but I will try to contact her and give her the number. And I'll be right back. Sorry, guys.
So as Tiffany calls Liliana away to the bedroom to inspect something, a mischievous look in her eye, who's taking over the comms for the next call?
Sorry, I'm back.
Nope, never mind.
Very quick
Yep.
look of the degeneracy. No, must get back to work.
No, not degeneracy, unfortunately. I'll try to contact Victoria if the team also wants to contact Victoria, don't they?
Tiffany looks at
Yeah.
you very sad, Jim, as you walk away and take the receiver and call up Eris. No degeneracy
Tiffany?
at this moment. So, as you phone up Ceres, Victoria, can I get a toughness roll?
Oh boy.
Okay, so as you dial in the code and you hit to connect the channel, you're expecting it to ring like all the others and take a few moments to. It doesn't. As soon as it begins the ring, it connects, and it is a squealing, screeching sound of binaric that rings directly into your ear. You're fortunate enough that as soon as you hear the squeal, however, you move the receiver away from your head, and you can hear it squealing out. Winters, you hear coming from the receiver of the communications device the squealing sound of binaric. It is a warning. Scrap code incursion. Hive systems corrupted. 100% 100% concentration needed to contain, and the what is it? The
Fragment?
Yeah, I think it is defragmentize, to defragmentize threat within Hive's systems. And then it would just repeat and repeat and repeat.
Oh.
Lovely. Out of character, I have no idea what the screeching is, so I'll just look around for the closest tech
Contacted
priest.
Seraph Montoris.
Sorry, what was that?
You contacted the tech priest, Seraph Montoris.
Yeah, Victoria. Mentor. Wait, is it Sarah's Victoria Mentoras or Mentoras Victoria or something? I thought. I'm getting confused. There are too many Sarahs.
Sarah's
Yes.
Victoria Mentoris. Yes. She is the husband. She is the wife of Labot Mentoris.
Yep,
I can't remember his second name.
That bit I know. I'm just hearing screeching, so I'll look for the closest tech priest that we have. I think that would be Winters, correct?
Winters has already responded to you. Okay, so high systems are infected. Cool. She's busy containing it.
I'll turn off the phone and look at a bit concerned. I'll tap my feet on the ground 3 times.
That's bad. Yes. Very bad. Okay. Shit. Unfortunately, Winters, this is going to have to be your specialization because anti-fucking scrap code is not in my forte or my playbook.
Not mine. All mine.
I'm very sad Luna. I'm not Luna because Luna had first-hand experience. Not in the good kind. not in the good kind. Be tall though.
I will ask if there is anything we regular people can do to help, or if any of the tech priests can help her, because that seems really, really sketchy and dangerous.
Where should contain it at all? We need to figure out if there's a way to cleanse these hive spirits or hive machine spirits. Okay. Oh, this is where we need captives.
Captives?
If we can find where. So how does the scrap code get into the hive's machine spirit? That's what I would be asking. Is Beep Boop friendly madman techie around here? 420. Is he here or is he back at?
No, he was sent to the Emperor's Profiteer to do something with some sort of heretical technology taken from a Strictic.
God damn it! Where's Vivi?
He's at the Emperor's Profiteer? What? Oh yeah, the fucking
the expensive rogue trader ship.
Yeah.
Vivi, the tech priest we must protect at all costs because he's cute.
He's a mini tech priest. He is.
Literally straight from my notes. Where is it?
Not sure if Winters could even suggest this, but you could try replacing the systems with copies from other hives or rewrite it. Okay. That's fuck, that's yeah, that's probably his heresy. Or tech heresy. Slightly less tech heresy than scrap code, but it's still it's a big no-no.
So
Again,
technically Winters doesn't have this. She hasn't been told. Again, there are 2 types of scrap code. Chaotic scrap code, where it wants to make the machinery into a host for a demon, and scrap code where it just fucks shit up. and fucks with the coding of machines to make them dangerous and non-functioning. This is very dangerous when put into a plasma reactor. Dangerous, non-functioning, and no longer registering how much power is going through, causes a big explosion. But, not a demonic explosional entity. So the receiver goes down. There's some beeping and booping coming from Winters's corner. A servo skull translates for her.
See if we can get contact with any Mechanicus or Mechanicus trained personnel to figure out what exactly is going on. Okay. So they concern any more sensitive systems, like reactors. That's a very good point. Okay.
By all means, if you think you found some knowledge that should cut your R&R short, to go and see the Inquisitor and speak to the Lord Commander, you can call them up.
Oh god, yeah. Informing them that that scrap code is potentially infected the systems is going to be a key one, especially for any Mechanicum forces. Or any Mechanicum allies, I should say, rather than forces. Yep.
I think we lost the Waldo.
Although he was muted for so long, he got put in solitary.
Sadness. His fantasizations of Amy have gone too far. There, Jory. He's finding human anthropomorphic bird people online. Still his degenerate ways. Okay, he's not here to defend himself. It's fine. Quickly, everyone, shut up! Shut up! Stop talking about him. He's back.
It went silent. I thought, have I lagged out? Has my headset gone? It didn't make any beep or anything to tell me I'd moved.
Yeah, it does that for some reason. When you get dropped to an AFK channel, it just goes, "Hey, fuck you." Oh,
Sorry about that.
all right.
Did it.
Defamation is okay hang on. Defamation is okay as long as the person being defamed isn't around to complain. He's dyslexic gamer 2022.
Oh, if only I didn't have evidence of my crimes. So, damn you, recording!
The server is littered with our war crimes.
So, do you want to try and get in contact with the Inquisitor and tell him that you have information that you'd like to pass on, and you want to call your R&R short?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's information we need to pass on. That's information we have to pass on to the Lord Commander. Or at least hold on to it until we preferably we can chat to everyone here to get as much information as possible. But at the same time, that is very important information.
Okay. If you ring him up, he will tell you to come to the Lord Commander's control room, and you can go through your discussion there.
I'm just looking at the time, and I'm realizing I have an early start tomorrow, so I've got to wrap it up.
I was actually getting to that point where you can do the discussion in the Lord Commander's waiting room or prep room or war room, whatever it's called, next time. Because that's kind of a perfect point there.
Yay! Okay.
So as you all gather up your cups of recaf or your snacks or what have you, to make your way back to the Lord Commander's war room to discuss your findings with the Inquisitor, our camera zooms out, and that will be the end of this episode. As we will discuss the scrap code in the systems in the next episode. So, thank you all so much for joining me and my players. I need to squat down a bit because I'm going off camera. My big head. Thank you all for joining us for another episode of Dark Heresy. Hopefully we will see you all next week, and possibly I'm going to say it now. There's not going to be a game on Thursday because I have things planned, and I know one of our players won't be here. So,
All right.
It happens. We will carry the Rogue Trader game on when we carry it on next. But there are things planned for that one, as there are for this. So, thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy days to watch our show. I certainly hope you've enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to future episodes to come. Take care, everyone, and as always, bye-bye for now.
Bye.
See
Bye.
ya.
Praise Slanesh.
Monkey.